Hey chemistry students, we left off yesterday talking about significant scientific notation, and how to use addition and subtraction and what we have to do in order to add and subtract, and it was all these converting those exponents to be the same and then carrying it down and so on. So today I want to just do a really quick video on how to multiply and divide using scientific notation. So I'm just going to do a few examples. All right, so first of all, the rules are for multiplication and division, I don't have to worry about converting these to the same, so that actually makes it a lot easier. It's a much simpler process. If you are multiplying, which this first one is, then you're simply going to add those exponents together. So if I have 2, so times 10 to the second, so the exponent is a 2, and I add this to a negative 4, so 2 plus a negative 4 gives me negative 2. And then I just go ahead and multiply these. Use my calculator to do that really quickly. So 9.5 times 2.1, 19.95. So if you remember the definition of scientific notation from yesterday, we actually have to limit this to one digit before, and actually I should say one non-zero digit before the decimal. So this is really not in correct scientific notation, so we need to make that conversion. And be careful with negative numbers. Remember, if I make this number smaller, so I went from 19.95 to 1.995, I have to make the exponent larger. So negative 2, larger means closer to 0 or less negative. So it's times 10 to the negative 1. And this right here, this is my final answer for this one. Oops, wrote over the 1. When we talk about division, just a little bit different. Instead of adding the exponents of that scientific notation together, we are actually subtracting them. So 1.5 times 10 to the 8th divided by, and you see I wrote this in a fraction form. That's just easier than putting the divided by sign, and it gets really long. So this is just, you'll see this a lot. So 8, and I'm going to subtract 6 to get my final exponent. And then I'm just going to divide 1.5 divided by 2.4, 0.625. But again, I don't have one number in front of the decimal. I actually don't have any numbers in front of the decimal, so I know I'm not done with this one yet. So think about this. This one, I made this number larger, 0.625, and I converted it to 6.25. So I made this number larger. This number has to get smaller. And I only made it larger by I moved the decimal only one place. So I'm changing my exponent only one place. So pause the video, take a couple minutes to work through these problems, and then I'll give you the answer in just a moment. Hopefully this is what you came up with. This one actually didn't require any converting. It just had one non-zero digit before the decimal, so that one is totally okay the way that it is. This one, however, not so much. We had to make that conversion from 0.664 to 6.64, making this number larger, and then this number had to get smaller or more negative in this case.